This week, we are shining a spotlight on the Game Boy Advance. I guess you could call it classic. Call it,
Oh, classic, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kuru Kururin. It is a puzzle video game developed by 18. That's the name of the company, and published by Nintendo for Game Boy Advance. It was released in Japan on March 21st, 2001, and in Europe and Australia, June 22nd, as a launch title for the Game Boy Advance. It never was released in North America, even though I definitely, like I said last week, have distinct memories of Nintendo Power hyping this thing up. And I think that might have just been their coverage of Space World 2001. Maybe it was really featured there. I don't know. Like maybe they hadn't decided to not release it in North America yet. Anyway, it was released in North America on the Wii U's Virtual Console service in 2016, and then now we have it on Switch Online. So we got it there. Um, I think it's worth explaining how this game works because this is one that I could feel a lot of listeners are probably not familiar with, especially not getting a North American release. So you're a stick. You got this stick that's constantly rotating, like it doesn't stop turning, and you have to navigate that through a course without hitting the walls. You hit the walls 3 times, you're done. And throughout the course are ways to change the direction the stick rotates and various other. I don't even know if you could call it'd be generous to call them power-ups, but various other helping
Yeah.
mechanisms.
Propeller.
Um, yeah. So you try to get the rotating stick from the start to the finish line, and you can only hit the wall 3 times. And throughout the course is sometimes an area where it will refill the number of times you can hit the wall, which helps. And it's mainly for people who like to time attack things. It is definitely set up for people trying to get the best high score, trying to get the fastest time through the course. It's one of those type of games.
Y-
Yeah, it's stressful. Oh my god.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
I I thought I had played like, it started it up when they put it on initially, but I guess I didn't because in my head, for some reason, the controls were you just hit the shoulder buttons to move the propellers, not that they were constantly moving. So, when I actually started playing, I went, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm mixing this up with something that doesn't exist, I guess, because oh my god, this is stress inducing with just navigating this helicopter basically.
Yeah.
That is it a bird? Is that what you're supposed to be?
He looked
Okay.
like a little penguin
Is
thing.
it
It's got a very in well, it also kinda looks like a duck. I don't know. It's got a very in-depth story for what the gameplay is.
It
yeah,
does.
yeah, you're like rescuing other birds. I don't know. Well, yeah, it was really stressful.
It's it's very
R-
stressful.
I I got six levels in and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Really?
I'm gonna have
I
a heart
finished it.
attack.
It's not that long.
Well, kudos to you because especially because I kind of enjoy difficult games, but oh my, no, 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 I can do it.
I understand. It's like deceivingly difficult. Like even if you're just watching it right now, it's just very it is a very difficult game. I love the simplicity of it. Like yeah, if you were to like put it
Mm,
again, if you were to put it in words like what it is, it's like you're moving a propeller, it goes one direction or another direction, depending on if you hit a spring or a power up. You can't hit the walls. Um and it's such like a kind of a simple idea. I understand why it has a strong following, maybe not the biggest following, but I'm sure the people who enjoy it, really like it. It's too bad that the GameCube version, what was it called? Korean squash? What was it called? Yes, yes, Korean squash is what it's called on GameCube. It's a 3D version, and I thought it looked similar to Super Monkey Ball, but it was a Japanese release only. But it looked like it could have been like a pretty fun game. This might be a game, and even if you're just watching it now while we're
This might
talking,
be a game.
it might be
In
one of the
theory,
games,
yeah.
is what I'm trying to say. But what I'm really trying to say is, it might be more fun to like watch people play it because like when I
Mhm.
was doing the footage for this episode, I found it like I was like watching it and it almost felt like I was watching like the DVD screensaver, like
Yeah, it's
that.
very visually appealing. It's almost like something you'd see at the top of like a slot machine or something
Yeah, like
that draws you in.
it's very like if you watch someone who like plays it well, it's very satisfying. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
like something that I got stuck kind of like zoning out and just sort of watching. So it's
It
kind of
has the Vampire Survivors effect to it when things are just going and everyone's firing on all cylinders and nothing's going
Vampire
wrong.
Survivors is also like a
Yeah.
slot machine. That's also
Well,
like a
Yeah.
big casino. Uh,
it's also like, in theory, none of these levels are long. So it's like, the part that takes a long time is you keep exploding and you have to keep starting over. But like to finish a level takes about a minute if you can finish it. So it's one of those games where you can if you're good, you could probably finish this game in an hour, start to finish.
I mean, playing it, I was kind of surprised there was no WiiWare sequel or something of it.
Mhm.
It just seemed like one of those games that they're like, you know what, we
Or
never
even a
released this in
knockoff
America.
series.
where
Something
is
like
it?
that, yeah. Where
There is?
No, I'm
Oh.
saying is where is the Wii game where is the Wii Kerwin Wii game with optional motion controls? Like, I don't know what you
yeah,
would do. Like, I
yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
you would
It's
like
Yeah, tilt the controller through.
tilt
Yeah, I could
them
see it.
each one direction or
yeah.
another direction, or you hold them together. But where's the optional motion control Wii game of this game, or at least like make it
Kirby tilt
a
and tumble style.
yeah
Yeah.
make it like a I'm gonna say Kirby, but that's too much. Make it like a Kirby game and just make it Kerwin. Why not?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna
it's
be seeing these guys in Smash Brothers anytime soon, though.
You do though.
Oh, you
I'm a
do?
little
You in Brawl, it's a
Oh,
it's an
that's
assist?
right.
the main
No,
character
you're
is a
right.
trophy in Brawl, which is
You're
super
right, you're
cool.
right.
Okay.
Smash Brothers is like the one IP where they really go deep in their Nintendo history. I think that's super cool. They need to do that with more series.
There should
Anyway,
be a level where you fight on the wing of the thing and, like, you see the background rotating.
Or if they had done, Kuru Kururin 99, they could have made
Oh,
one of these.
yeah.
yeah.
Imagine
I think that would,
I don't know
it would have worked.
if you could have a lot of people bumping into you, but, like, you could race, you could time trial or something, or
Oh,
like,
yeah, you
maybe
could do
split
it
yeah, like
like Tetris.
Tetris. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, I was thinking more of the F-Zero, but yeah, you're
Sure.
right.
You mentioned it already. This would be a great roguelite. Like if you
Mhm.
could
Oh, yeah.
collect like power ups along the way, like perhaps it's procedurally generated and you just are constantly going through it and you get power ups
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make your rotations easier or more fluid.
Now you're talking my language.
You making yourself
So that reminds me of the
smaller.
old endless runner apps I used to get addicted to.
Yeah. Yeah. They could easily make something that is procedurally generated where you're going through it. I'm thinking I'm thinking kind of like Flappy Bird almost, where you're just going through
Mhm.
it and you can have power-ups, you can make the gaps bigger, you can make yourself smaller, you can give yourself more control over all of these things that you can do. Um there's a lot you could do with this game. It ranks in the middle for me, uh,
Mhm.
but I think it's great. I gotta say, I think this is a great game.
Yeah, I'd like to
I'm
see
a bit
Nintendo
surprised.
try to launch more original series like this. Like, it's
Yeah.
put out more stuff like this. Like I feel like if this were released today, like we all said, it would have been a Kirby game. Like try make things their own thing more often.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like with a lot of Nintendo series, they're leaving a lot of meat on the bones, and I think this is one of them. I think there should be more of these games, and while it's not totally for me, I think it's awesome. I really do. So
Mhm.
for me, it is number 59. And 59
Oh,
Okay.
that's
is really good still. I'd recommend this. Well, actually, I'll let you go, Kevin. Where do you rank it? Where do you recommend it?
that's really close. I put it at 55. So for me, that's right below Kirby's Dreamland 3. And I rank this better than Scat on the NES, the special cybernetic attack team. Um, so that's the neighborhood we're living in.
See, I kind of want a Kurin Kurin Pikmin crossover game now. I don't know
Yeah.
what that would be, but I feel like they would go together well.
Yeah, put the
No,
yeah,
it's
put a
it's a very
Pikmin on the
similar
propeller.
vibe.
Everybody
So
get
So
where'd you
I
on.
rank it,
ranked
Sean?
it. I ranked it at 61, so pretty close to you guys. So in between Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Panel de Pawn,
Yeah,
Okay.
another one of
that's
the
a good one to
puzzle
put
games. But
next to.
I enjoyed it, even though I didn't play much of it, and it just goes to show the ingenuity and creativity of Nintendo and how they can just take this simple concept of, well, it's a stick in a maze. Well, that doesn't
Yeah.
sound interesting at all. Oh, it is. And,
Yeah, and
so I
you're addicted to it because like I said, like the you're like, well, the level's only a minute long. Like I'm gonna get through this level, and then you do that 15 times and you're halfway through the game.
and I give them credit for there being a timer, but it's just more for record keeping.
Mhm.
It's not counting down where it's like, oh, the level's timed on
Yeah.
top of that, so good luck.
Good point, good
So,
point.
but no, I say check it out. It's really worth checking out. But I mean, again, it it is not easy. So